Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a video that has been requested for so long and I'm finally getting around to doing it. This video has actually been requested since I started YouTube like 7 years ago and I've never done it. And I'm really surprised that I haven't done it because it would have made things a lot easier because I get a lot of questions about this like all the time, and if I could have just sent people to this video to watch it, it would have been much easier. But it's my favorite brushes. So today I'm just going to kind of talk to you about the ones that I just find to be like my favorite, the ones that just really stick out to me, the ones that I'm really glad that I have, the ones I use all the time, and just the really special few, because I have a lot of brushes, you guys, so these are just like the special few that I really think you would benefit from. I'm not going to tell you guys about any that are just so-so or that I like but they're not the greatest. These are all brushes that I would 100% recommend you spend money on. So these are the only brushes I'm actually going to be talking about today, so not a ton but definitely worth it. Okay, so the first brushes, I'll do face brushes first. So the first ones I'm going to talk about is ones that I have already talked about before, but I'm going to talk about them again in this video, just so all of my favorite brushes are all in one video. So I apologize that I've talked about these in the past, but I just want them in the video. So this is the Furless brushes, and Furless is my favorite brand of brushes. I love them, and they're cruelty-free, which is fabulous. So this is the Furless BC3 and the Furless BC4, and these are the most unique, amazing brushes ever. These are literally must-have brushes. They're the most unique shape. I've never seen brushes with this shape before in any other brand except for this brand, and they just fit so perfectly into like your cheekbone, like contour areas. They're small. They kind of look like really large eye blending brushes, but for your face, which is really cool. They're really loose. If I had to recommend one of these to you, it would definitely be the smaller one, the BC4, which is this one. And it is the just really small, good contour. You could do a highlight, blush. You could do like set under your eyes with this. It is a #1 on my list. Love it, love it, love it. The other one, like I said, is a little bit bigger. This one is definitely the one I recommend to you guys. Okay, next on the list is one of my favorite brushes. This was actually a favorite before this Furless one, but it's a really amazing brush, and it is the Sigma F35, and it is one of my favorite brushes because it is round. It's not like a blush brush like your average blush or, you know, powder brush. It's more of a round shape, as you can see, with a little tiny taper at the top. But the thing I like about this is it's round and it really contours your cheekbones out really well because it is round, and I feel like it gives a really nice shape, and you can blend with it. You could do like little circles, you could do highlight, you know, blush, whatever you want with it, but I just really like this shape, and it's the perfect size. As you can tell, it's not too big. Okay, next is a foundation brush that I've talked about as well, and it is the It Cosmetics one, and I use this all the time. It is a spendy, why do I keep wanting to say blush? It is a spendy brush, but it's definitely worth it because it feels so amazing on the skin, and it buffs your foundation in flawlessly. You literally feel like you're getting like an airbrushed finish on your skin when you use it. I personally prefer like the Beauty Blender when I'm applying my foundation, but if I wasn't using a Beauty Blender, this would be my top choice because it just buffs the foundation so nicely into your skin, and it's looser. I don't like stiff foundation brushes. I just find them annoying, and I feel like I'm really pulling on my skin, causing wrinkles and all that. So this is a really loose brush. It's a must-have if you're willing to spend a little bit of extra money. Okay, next is this one. This is the Royal & Langnickel Contour BMD 120. And this is a very similar shape to this Sigma one I talked about earlier. It's just a little bit smaller and not quite so tapered at the top. But this is another really good contour brush if you don't want to get the two other ones that I talked about. Fits really nicely into the contour areas, but you could do, you know, highlight and all that with it as well. You know, set under your eyes. I just really love these small face brushes. I just find that they have a lot of uses, you know what I mean? And the other thing I like about this one and the Sigma one I talked about earlier is they're great for applying foundation, which I know sounds really weird, but these smaller brushes just work really well. You can really like buff and do tiny circles with them, and I just find that they work really well for foundation if you want to try something new. So the next one on the list is this e.l.f. powder brush, and I feel like a lot of people have used this brush. Like, this is a pretty popular brush. But I really like this one. The only downside to e.l.f. brushes is that they come loose from the handle pretty easily. I've gone through 2 brushes of this style just because of that reason alone. It just comes, they just get loose. But I love this brush, not only for powder, it's an amazing powder brush, and the reason I like it for powder is you can just, you know, tap it into your powder, and if you do like tapping motions like this on your skin, it gives the most beautiful airbrushed finish. It's amazing. So if you use like a HD powder or something like that and just tap it, perfect. But the other great thing about this brush is I love it for foundation. I think it's a great foundation brush. It's looser. This one and this one that I talked about, the more expensive one, have very similar densities and softness. So I feel like they give similar looks when applying foundation. But I really do like it for foundation. I just think it works really well. I've used this for foundation for a really long time, even though it's really cheap, and I just think it works pretty well for that. But I also, like I said, love it for powder. Powder is like key for this brush. Love it. Okay, so next on the list is one of my all-time favorite brushes ever. Like, ever. In this whole entire video, favorite brush, you need to go out and buy this one because this is going to change your life. This is the Sigma E36 brush. This is the blending brush, but I actually don't use this for blending. I really like it for color placement and blending at the same time. And it is this brush here. It is a smaller version of a larger blending brush, like the MAC 224 or something like that. It's just like a miniature version of it. So it's really, really loose. It is not tapered at all. It just kind of like goes up and out. And the reason I like this so much is because it's tiny, so you can really like get like that outer corner V area, and you can place the color and blend the color at the same time, and it's not stiff. Because sometimes I hate using stiff brushes when I'm trying to do like outer corner shades because I just feel like it makes it patchy and like just uneven. This is just like makes your eyeshadow perfectly even, and you can place it, and it's amazing, and you guys have to buy this brush. This is the one brush that I recommend out of this whole video. I just love it. Sigma nailed it, and I've never seen a brush like this in any other line. So next is the MAC 217, and this is a must. I love this one as well. This is a really, really good crease brush, and the reason I like this for a crease brush over like maybe some of my Sigma ones is it's the perfect density. It's not too loose and it's not too stiff, so you can really, really place the color in your crease, but you're not gonna get like that muddy, like really spread out look. It's gonna keep it like in its place, but you're still gonna be able to blend it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like those of you who know makeup know what I mean by that. Because I hate sometimes when you get those really fat, thick crease brushes, they overly blend and it almost just gets everywhere on your eye. MAC brushes are a little bit more spendy and they're not cruelty free anymore, but I really, really like this a lot, and it's one of my favorite crease brushes. Okay, next is this one. This is the Sigma E40. And this is just one of your basic blending brushes. Now, I don't like this brush for placing color because it's so big. I feel like it's hard to really like place color on there. It just kind of is just too big and it gets everywhere. But I really like this for blending and blending alone. So I usually keep this brush pretty clean. I just take it and blend eyeshadow where I need to blend it, and it makes your eyeshadow look flawless and just diffuses the color really nicely, and it's just a really, really great blending brush. And you can get this in MAC as well, but I just tend to use this one a lot. I don't know. Last but not least is this one. This is by Royal and Langnickel, and this is the Revolution BX95. This is like a little tiny pencil brush, perfect for like your lower lash line area. I really like this one because it's the perfect density, not too stiff, not too floppy. And sometimes I don't like stiff brushes for the lower lash line because I feel like it doesn't diffuse the color very well, and sometimes I like to have a little bit of a looser brush to really just blend the color on my lower lash line, and it's also really pointy, which really helps you kind of get, you know, right there in your lashes. So I just feel like it's the perfect like pencil brush for your lower lash line. Perfect size, perfect density, and I use this all the time. It's like the one pencil brush that I always use, pretty much. So that is pretty much it, you guys, for my brushes. I didn't do a brush for every category. Like, I didn't do an angle, I didn't do like fluffy powder, all that kind of thing. I really wanted to focus this video on just brushes that I really like or that are unique to different brands. You know, I feel like sometimes powder brushes are just powder brushes. You just have to find one that doesn't shed, you know what I mean? But these ones are just the ones that are really, really specific to things that I recommend. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it. And I think that's basically it, guys. So I will talk to you in my next video, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Do you guys hear Ichi? I just got a new cat, if you didn't know. He's really cute. Do you guys want to see him, actually? I'll show you. He's really fat. He is really fat. I actually took him to the vet to get shots the first time, and I took him in the second time to get like, you know, the follow-up boosters, and he ended up gaining like 2 pounds. And I'm like, what the heck, are you serious? Like, this cat just lays around and eats. Like, that's all he does. Like, look at him. He's so fat. You could like see his stomach from the sides. But he's so cute and he's so sweet and he never scratches or bites or anything, and I love him so much. Oh. There's my new cat for you if you wanted to see him. So I think that's pretty much it, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!